Hey everyone, welcome to Ashley Nell Tipton's YouTube channel. We finally got one up. I hope that you guys are already subscribed. If you're not, make sure to subscribe today. I'm going to be sharing a makeup look that I created for Valentine's using the makeup that I have today and sharing all the brands and tips and tricks that I use. I know that on Instagram you guys constantly ask me what brands I'm using or technique, and today I'm sharing all of that. So I hope you guys enjoy. So before I start this makeup look, the first thing that I like to do is make sure that my face is hydrated and moisturized, because the last thing I want to do is that my face eats up all my foundation while I'm wearing it throughout the day. So the first thing I'm gonna start off with is Grace and Stella Spray All Day Rose Spray, which smells amazing and is great for your skin. So I'm just going to spray a little bit on my face. Just let it sit there. I'm going to take the Rose Hydrating Face Cream from Fresh. This is one of my favorite products. So I'm just gonna take a little bit on my thumb, put it in the palm of my hand, and I'm going to massage it into my face, especially in the parts where I feel like I'm dry. And I just wanna make sure that I have a nice moisturized face. I used to have a really oily face, but after taking care of my skin, it actually started getting a little bit dry, but my acne definitely cleared up. So I always have to make sure that I keep my face hydrated at all times. Even when I'm not wearing makeup, I always make sure to put some on. Now that we have our skin moisturized, it is time for our primer. So a primer that I've been using lately is the Milk Studio Hydration Primer right here. And I'm going to take about 2 pumps of it and spread it all over my face. What I like about this primer is that when you spread it all over your face, it becomes a little bit tacky, and that lets me know that my foundation is going to stick on my face. Now I'm going to be taking my foundation. I actually have 2 foundations that I'm going to be using, which is the Fenty Beauty. I have the regular foundation, the full coverage. This is the long wear foundation, soft finish. And then this is the hydrating long wear foundation. So I'm gonna be mixing these 2 today. And I'm just going to take 1 pump and put it on my hand. And then I'll be taking this one, and this is a shade 240. I'll also be taking my Fenty Beauty brush and mixing those 2 up. The reason why I'm mixing those 2 up is because I like the hydration on one foundation and the soft finish on the other. So we're just going to spread this out all over our face evenly, and then we're going to take a beauty blender and blend this all in. Perfect. Now I'm going to take my beauty blender and I'm going to blend this out and make sure that there is no harsh lines, just taking the remainder that is on my hand, and just start out by just blending it all out. So now that we're all blended out in our foundation, I'm going to take my concealer and Fenty Beauty, and this is 180, and I'm going to take it and dab it right under my eyes. I don't want to drag it out too far down, and just kind of dab it on, and then the bridge of your nose, your cupid's bow, your chin, and then your forehead. These are the areas that I normally put my foundation or my concealer on. A little bit in the corner of my eyes. And then for my jawline, I will just put a little bit right here. And then we're gonna leave it like this and we're done. I'm just kidding, everyone. So now we're gonna take our beauty blender and we're gonna blend our concealer out so that there's no harsh lines. The first thing I like to do is the forehead so that I can pick up the concealer and just spread it. So I am dabbing my beauty blender and just blending all those lines in, the bridge of my nose, and then my chin, and then we're gonna go under the eyes. So I start in the inner corner and just kind of blend that out to my cheekbones, and then I work on the other side. And then I will take the inner corner of my eyes and just blend that out to my eyelid. And then we have our our jawline. And with this, I want to blend down. I don't want to blend up because we are going to be putting our contour there. So I just want to blend down. And the same on this side. And now you kind of see where we've highlighted those parts. So we're just gonna kind of blend this all the way out. And I think we're pretty even. Now we can start to do our contour. What I like to use for contour is powder. And what I have today is our NARS in Casino. It's a little bit dirty. I'll show you. This is the contour powder that I use every day. And I'm just going to take my brush and I want to carve out my cheekbone. So I'm going to place it right where that bone is and work my way down. Kind of working in a circular motion, bringing it back. And then I'm going to drag it down here underneath my jawline. Kind of blend it out. And then on the other side, do the same thing. Find the cheekbone. And then kind of work in a circular motion. And then we're going to drag it down here and under the jawline. And then we kind of just want to bring it up to our hairline and blend out any harsh lines we have. So I like to place it right here. Right there. And then I'm going to take a little bit and go down the bridge of my nose. And then also this way too. So now that I've contoured my face, I'm going to go in with my Laura Mercier setting powder, translucent powder. I'm just going to put a little bit on my lid here so you can see there's powder. Oh no. Now the powders are everywhere. Okay, so we're gonna put a little bit on our lid, and please do not get it all over the place like I did. But we're actually going to recycle all that we dropped because this powder is very expensive and we don't want to be wasteful. So I'm going to take my beauty blender and dab it into the lid where my powder is. This is what I like to use to pick it up. And then I'm going to place it right underneath my eyes and all the areas that we've put our contour. Excuse me, where we put our concealer. So I'm going to put that right here. Right underneath the eye, bridge of my nose, forehead, and then we're going to do our jawline. But what I do differently here is that I'm going to drag it right underneath my cheekbones and out to carve the face. And then I'm going to do it the same thing here. face everywhere else. So it's okay that it went over your contour. I like to put a little bit on the lids. I don't necessarily put eyeshadow primer, because I like to put my powder here. So now that I have my powder on, we're just gonna let it sit for a little bit. Now that we've let our powder sit, we're just going to take a regular powder brush and blend out all the powder that we have on our face. So I'm gonna start in a circular motion on the forehead, just making sure everything's blend in under the eyes. On your nose, under your chin and jawline. So we're gonna take our NARS blush, and I'm not kidding, this is the name, it's called Deep Throat. It's one of my favorites. And see, I've used too much of it already. I don't come up with these names, and I'm not lying. If you guys really wanna see, it's called Deep NARS. Anyway, so we're gonna take our blush, and I'm using the Kat Von D Shade and Light brush. I really like one end of it for my blush. So I'm just gonna take where my contour is on my cheekbones and go right above that and kind of blend that out. And then I'm gonna take the other side and here. Just see that. Okay, and then to finish that off, I'm gonna take a little bit of bronzer. I can't tell you what the name of this bronzer is, it's because I don't remember it anymore, but it's just a little bronzer like that. And I'm just gonna kind of go over where I put my contour at, just to give it a little bit more. And this one has a little shine to it. And now that we've kind of finished the base of our face, I'm going to take my setting spray and Urban Decay's All Nighter spray. This is one of my favorite products to use to really make sure that my face stays in place and doesn't smudge, or I don't sweat it off. Like, I've even cried and you don't get any streaks of tears. So this has definitely helped make my makeup stay intact throughout the day. So I'm just going to take it just like if I was doing a mist. I'm just gonna spray all over my face until I feel like I have one layer of setting spray on. And I like to do this right after I've done my powder, my bronzer, my blush, everything. And then I will go into the brows and shadow. I think this stuff really helps to blend all the different colors that we've put in our face so that we don't have any harsh lines with our makeup. So now I'm going to work on brows. Brows are one of my favorite things to work on, and I've been trying to master the natural brow look. I have not had my brows waxed or anything. So we're gonna try this out. Okay, now for our brows, I'm going to be taking the Fenty Beauty Brow Pencil in the shades dark brown and black brown. So I want to start off with a darker shade, and it's going to go towards the end of my brow and the arch, and then I will take my lighter color and do it in the center of my brow and out. So let's take the black brown right now and just highlight the bottom. I'm going to take my eyebrow pencil and I'm just going to get the bottom of my brow bone to really define it. And then I'm going to flare it out a little bit. And just at the bottom, just to give it a little bit of an outline. So you see how I have that? Now I'm gonna do this side. And then what I love about this brow pencil is that it has a brush in the back. So then I can make sure that there's no harsh lines in my brow bone, in my eyebrows. So there's that. Now we're gonna take the lighter shade, which is a dark brown, and we're gonna work in the center of our brows to kind of bring that line out. Just to make it look like I'm extending my brow hairs. And then I'm gonna take the brush and just brush it out. And I'm gonna do the same thing on this one, making those little brow hairs and bringing it out and then to the arch and then blending it in. So now we have more of a natural brow and not too defined. Next, I'm gonna take one of my favorite brow products. There's like 4 different products that I use just to do my brows. This is the Makeup Forever Brow Gel. I really love this because it has a bristle or a bristle wand that allows you to brush this through. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to brush the opposite way so that I make sure that my brows are getting the product. So I'm brushing it the opposite direction of how my hair grows. And then I'm going to brush it in the direction that it naturally lays in. And then we can always take our little bristle and just fix the direction. Another thing you can do for your brows, let's fix the bottom a little bit. Make sure they're smooth out. And the next thing I'm going to take is a clear bar of soap that I have in this bag. Doesn't look that pretty, but this is a clear bar of soap that I'm going to spray some setting spray to get it a little bit wet, and then I'm going to take my little bristle and run it back and forth into the bar of soap. This is going to help my brows stay in place, and I'm just gonna brush those in. And then grab the smooth edge of my brush and just kind of push that down so that you get more of that feathered brow, your bushy brow. And I'm gonna do the same thing here. And then grab the flat edge and just press them down. There you go. So because it's Valentine's, I thought that we would do a Valentine's shadow look. So what I always like to do first before I start my shadows, my different colors, is I like to get the lightest color that I can underneath my brown bone so that anything that goes above that will just blend in. So I'm going to take one of my favorite palettes, the Morphe James Charles palette is one of my favorites. It's a little bit dirty, but I love this mini palette because it has so many great colors in it that you can travel with it and do any type of look. So I'm going to take the lightest shade. It's a cream, and I'm just going to put that right underneath my brow bone on both lids, just so that it helps the blending out. So I've set my lid with that, and now I'm going to take a blending brush, and keep in mind all my brushes are a little bit dirty. So I'm going to take a Morphe blending brush that does not have its name anymore, so I can't really tell you, but this is the blending. And I'm going to start off with a baby pink, and we're gonna just put that on our lids to have a good transition color. It's a really, really light, so you might not be able to see it. And I'm just kind of doing a motion of back and forth on my eyelids right where my brow bone is. And then I'm gonna go in with a brighter pink. Ooh, you can really see that. And I'm just gonna blend that all the way out. All the way to the top. And then I'm gonna take that color again and go onto this eye. See how pigment that is, and you can just simply blend this all out to your brow bone. Don't be afraid, because I am right now. This pink is really bright. Whoa. Where are we going today, you guys? So I'm just kind of smoking this out to get the color that I want, and I'm going to take that original brush that I did my brow bones and kind of just blend out these lines. This is really bright. Now that I have that, I'm going to take a thinner blending brush that I have, and this is from Morphe. It's M506, and I'm going to take a deeper jewel tone, like a purple slash. So I'm going to take that jewel tone purple. You can kind of see it on here, and I'm going to put it in the crease of my eyelid. Ooh, that's really pigment. And I'm just gonna fan that out. Ooh, that's a lot. And we're gonna do the same thing to the other side. And then we're gonna take our original blending brush that we had with a little bit of purple on top, just so that we can get those two colors blended out really well. We're looking like a drag queen today. I think I'm gonna raise it up a little bit more so that you can see less of the highlight underneath the brow bone. You see that there? Yeah. So we dragged it out a little bit more. And then for under the brow bone, I think I want to take some shimmer, and I'm going to take my flat brush and I'm just going to place a little bit on top right here. And then I'm going to take my original brush that I had on top and just kind of blend that out. See that there? And now we want to start at the bottom of our eye, because this is how I go. So now we're going to take that light pink and place it underneath our eye. Just fan it out towards the end. Do that on the other side. Let's try not to poke our eye out. And then I'm gonna take a little bit of that bright pink. Just putting it underneath my waterline. Right there. And then I'm gonna take my small blending brush and just go underneath there and blend them out. And then we're gonna take that deeper color and just put it on the outer corner of our eyes just to give it more of depth. Right there, as you can see. Now I'm gonna take that shimmery white, it's kind of a gold white champagne, and I'm gonna put it in the inner corner and on my lid here. Just kind of blend that out. Wow, this is really, really pigment. You guys can see that. And then I'm gonna drop it down right here. And then we're gonna take it and do it to the other side. And drop it down. And kind of just fan it out. Take a little bit more on this side. And then I'm going to take more of a detailed Morphe brush. I don't have a number, but this is what it looks like. And I'm gonna take that deeper jewel tone color and just kind of carve that out. See how I just did that? Do it here too. Start in the outer corner and then bring it back in so that you're blending those two out. We have that, and then I'm just gonna take a little bit more shimmery champagne color and bring it out here. And I think we're good for this look. Now we're going to take our eyeliner. Now that I've done all the eyeshadow, we're gonna take my favorite part, and I'm going to take my Sweet Street Wing Queen eyeliner. This is a liquid eyeliner that I absolutely love. And I'm going to start in the inner corner and make sure that I have my eyeliner the way I like it before I bring the wing out. So I'm gonna start in the inner corner. Bring that all the way to the other end of my eye. And then I want to follow the shape of my bottom eye out for my wing. Just like that. And then I'm gonna grab the tip here and bring it in. And blend those lines in. And there we go, we have our wing eyeliner on that side. Now I'm gonna do this eye. See this a little bit more. Start in the inner corner. Bring that line out, fill it in, and then we're gonna take the line of our natural eye for the wing and bring that out. Take that outer corner and bring that down. Everybody got it? Just kidding. And there's your eyeliner. And I just discovered something really cool for lashes is the magnetic eyeliner and lash that I'm going to try out for the first time on here. So this is the eyeliner pod, and I'm going to take an angle brush that I have from Sephora. This is the brow brush that I'm gonna take to do my eyeliner. And because I already did my eyeliner, I just want to put a small layer of this eyeliner so that my magnetic lashes will stay in place. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of eyeliner where my lashes are going to be. You won't really see it. And do it right here. Just enough for my lashes to stay in place. And then I'm gonna take a little bit of mascara and I'm just going to put that on my lashes to take all the shadow off. I do have my lash extensions that have been falling off, so you'll see a little bit on here. And then I want to get the bottom lashes. We got that. And now I'm going to take our tweezers and our magnetic lashes and place them right on top. Look at that. There you go, magnetic lashes. Wow. No glue necessary. This is the magnetic lashes that I am using. I always thought this was gonna be a hoax, but it actually works. And it's not damaging to your lashes, which is great. So look at that, so easy. I just place these on, and that eyeliner, just put. There you go, they stayed in place. And now we are just going to take this brush, take any excess shadow that's under the eyes, and we are onto the lips, and we are almost done. So first I'm going to take a darker shade in my Sephora satin lip stain that I absolutely love. You guys always ask what color shade I'm using, and this is number 41. And I'm just gonna outline my lips. And then I'm going to take a lighter shade in the same brand in a number 13. We're done with this look. I'll let you guys see it. So this is my Valentine's makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed the process of this, and if you would like to see more videos, please subscribe and comment below.